Alright guys, welcome back to another knife and glove combo video. You know, summer's here, we're waiting for an operation, we've had all the leaks. I'm hoping more people are going to be playing Counter-Strike while also enjoying their time off and the sun, but we should see a nice little uptick in the game, hopefully get an operation. So it's time to look at the best budget combos right now in the summer of 2024 for Counter-Strike. Before we dive into it, I want to let you guys know that in Discord right now, we're actually running a giveaway for this USPS whiteout. Now, it is in minimal wear. Honestly, super clean stuff. If you're not in the Discord already, there'll be a link down below. Head to the Discord, you can find out how to win this skin, and let's get into it. Today's video is sponsored by Knifey. Now, you might remember we did a full unboxing video not so long ago for Knifey. They are the perfect in real life replicas of the Counter-Strike knives we all love. With over 200 skins being covered across 16 different categories, you'll be able to get your favorite CS knife as an IRL replica. I had a Butterfly, Stiletto, Huntsman and Karambit sent my way, and they were all insanely high quality and looked the part. And I have good news. Right now you can use my code FOZZY to get 20% off your order, so make sure you check them out. Thanks to Knifey for sponsoring today's video. Now, I gotta say, you guys are gonna have to prepare yourself for a little bit of a Bowie knife agenda, which if you watch the streams of the recent content, it might not come as a surprise. But trust me, we will show more than just Bowie knives, but we are going to kick it off with a couple of Bowie options. The first one here is one that I absolutely love. This is Sport Gloves Big Game in Battle Scarred, which will run you about $155, paired with a Bowie knife Tiger Tooth in factory new, which is $240. Overall, this combo is going to run you $395, so for a sub $400 combo, I think this looks amazing. A lot of people don't like looking at Battle Scarred gloves, but you can see here, these big game sports gloves actually look pretty good. You see little bits of wear on the palm and the thumb, but it's not crazy compared to other skins would get or other gloves would get. And the Tiger Tooth on the Bowie just looks mean, and I actually really like the orange accents around the handle as well. So under $400 for this combo is a huge dub in my opinion. Combo number 2 is for you blue enjoyers. I always say polygon gloves with brighter waters just work really well, and this is what we have here. This combo total is $290, so sub $300 for this combination right here. $175 for the gloves, which are field tested, and then the knife is $115 in factory new. Now, all these prices are from the 20th of June, so there may be some variance in the future moving forward, but hopefully it'll stay pretty damn close. Now, obviously, this is another Bowie knife. As I say, we will have a few more Bowies coming through, but there's 12 combos in total, and we do showcase a little bit different as we go along. And before we switch up, I have one more Bowie knife combo to show you. This is going to be going all in on the Force DD Pat. Now, this is one of the cheapest combos we have in the video today. This is $225 in total, but you get specials gloves field tested. I put $100 because I'm accounting for trying to get a lower float field tested. That's 0.25 and below to keep them looking clean. And then the knife is minimal wear for $125. Now, don't worry, I know if you're running to the comments to tell me wrong, I somehow generated a Boreal Force instead, but the prices are correct, and this is now the correct knife. We have the Force DD Pat now. You can see here how well the Force DD Pats actually work together. I appreciate this isn't a flashy combo or anything of the sorts, but for $225, you're getting a clean knife. Specialist gloves are probably the second best type of gloves in the game, so I think overall this is a really nice combo that you could consider if you're on a lower budget. Now, let's move away from Bowie towards a Talon, but get it for under $400 for the combo. You're looking at Hand Wraps Desert Shama here, which in minimal wear, which honestly look incredibly clean, are $80. I appreciate they're brown, that's why a lot of people don't go for them, but minimal wear hand wraps do look really good, so $80 for this is sweet. And then the Talon knife Rust Coat is going to be $315. In Battle Scarred, you still get the ivory handle. The brown of the Rust Coat matches in with the gloves, and obviously you get all of the Talon's animations, which are super nice for $395 in total. You can compare the same price as the big games and the Bowie was. Now, aesthetically, I prefer the big games of the Bowie, but for animations and for clean gloves, this is a pretty solid combination. Now, another real nice budget combo that gets a knife with decent animations is going to be the Racing Green Driver Gloves along with the Boreal Force Nomad knife. These gloves in minimal wear are $70. I appreciate that it's this Racing Green that's a bit of a darker shade. It's not flashy. It's not as appreciated as much, but driver gloves for $70 in min wear that look this clean, it's really nice to get. And then the Nomad knife, obviously you got rare animation, you got the rare draw animation as well, if I can get it to happen with your handshakes. It sometimes takes a few goes. There we go, we got it. $220 for this combo in total. It's actually pretty sick. And if you're building like a budget green loadout, you're going to be going with a lot of these Beryl forests or darker greens, which actually works in quite nicely. Now, I'm going to throw it back to the Bowie agenda just a little bit here, because I'm going to go for some well-worn sports gloves Scarlet Shams, or Scarlet Shams I call them, which are $230 for well-worn, and then we're going to have a Bowie knife slaughter factory new for $300. I always say Scarlet Shams with the slaughter knives look so good, and this is a $530 combo in total. I know Bowie knife still isn't for everyone. Some people are getting used to the left hand. I actually was starting the Bowie agenda on stream before we got the left hand update, and literally a day later we got the update bringing it back. So I think this is super cool. One thing to note in general here is the Bowie knives had a little bit of a price increase, and they're starting to settle back down now. So you may already see some immediate changes based on from when I've recorded this to like a week's time and like a month's time and so on. Now, before I jump in and show you guys the rest of the combos, I want to take a moment just to say a big thank you to the YouTube members supporting the channel. That is AJ, Tom, Twin Daddy, Itachi, Screaming Silence, and Bopper. All support is greatly appreciated, guys. If you want to become a YouTube member and support the channel, check that join button, which you can see below the video, and I'll have all the details for you. And let's look at the other 6 combos now. I've got 2 more Bowie knife agendas to push your way, and here you can see the first of those 2. It is going to be some hand wraps overprint and field test it, which run you about $200, and then I've gone for a Bowie knife Gamma Doppler Phase 3. This is actually the knife I'm using at the minute. Factory new, it's going to be about $400. You guys may remember I used a Huntsman Phase 3 knife with overprints and jade gloves, and it always looked really good. I quite like the overprints with the Phase 3 because it's a sort of like tealy green blue blend, and this is a $600 combo in total, which I think looks pretty good. And then if you're in the mood for a sick purple combo, Bowie Doppler Phase 4 factory new is about $500 at the minute. I think it is actually slightly, it's probably dropped down about $20 since I planned this. And the driver gloves Imperial Blade field test will run you $280. Now, the purples aren't a perfect mix here, but look at this Phase 4 Bowie. It looks like Effect Sapphire, or basically it is Effect Sapphire. It is insane. This is a $780 combo. It is the most expensive combo we're going to have. Now, if you want something that's got a bit more contrast, I do have a glove alternative. For the same price that you're paying for the Imperial Blade, you can go get like well-worn to battle-scarred Nox gloves. Now, as much as people want to say these are default, we may have to make a full video on why they're not default, because on CS2 they're completely different. But it gives something to give a bit of contrast to the knife to make it really stand out. And obviously it means it's neutral gloves, so you don't necessarily have to run a purple loadout around it. Now, a skeleton knife combination for under $300, and I've got you sorted with this. This is going to be hand wraps, Arboreal, and field test, which are about that $75 mark. Then a skeleton knife Beryl Forest in Battle Scarred is $215. Now, the reason I actually quite like Battle Scarred for this, obviously, the skeleton has some crazy rare animations. It's a shame the normal draw animation is this a little bit lacking, but this is very much you've been in the jungle, you've been in the forest, your knife's been through the war, you've got the brown and the green gloves, but overall I think this is actually a pretty sick combo for under $300. Now, a combination I showcased recently when trying to embrace the Battle Scarred vibes was Crimson Web gloves. Now, Battle Scarred Specialist gloves Crimson Web are $130. Now, don't get me wrong, they take an absolute beating, but it is red gloves on Specialist gloves for $130. The knife here is going to be a Talon, a Crimson Web, and Battle Scarred, which is about $330. You can see if I can get it just to hold the knife properly. Obviously, the ivory handle gets a bit of a beating. You can see the Crimson Web pattern is fading on the knife, but $460 here. You get Specialist gloves, you get a Talon knife with all the animations. It's pretty interesting. Now, Battle Scarred isn't for everyone, but some people have a real appreciation for it, so I wanted to make sure I show at least one combination sort of covering that side of things. Now, moving back to sort of a cleaner finish, we're going to have the Lieutenant Commander Specialist gloves. Field test that these are about $160 with a falchion knife lower minimal wear, which is $190. Now, if you watch the blue and gold loadout, and if you haven't watched that, I recommend you go check it out, especially if you like this combo, because you can do some really cool stuff with blue and gold. I used a Huntsman in that video, but for this, I was thinking we want some fun, spinny animations for playing CS in the summer, and the falchion gives us all of that on a budget. So $350 for this combination in total. And I do like the right hand animation, or the right click animation too. This is a real nice combo. Big shout out to Settle, who's recognized me in the CS Inspect servers, but this last combination is going to be the cheapest of the bunch, because I appreciate some people may be looking at a $700 combo saying, that isn't budget. Budget doesn't always mean cheap, but this is the cheapest combo to end things off. It's going to be hand wraps duct tape in field test at $75, paired with a classic knife urban masking field test, which is $120. Now, I went for classic knife here because one, you get idle animation and you get pretty cool inspect animations, but I like it in wear because I call it the cake effect. The wear is actually like that sort of cake effect on it, which I think overall works in quite nicely with what we're doing here for the gloves. I would say if you want something a bit cleaner, I think just stepping up to minimal wear duct tape gloves, I think that takes you maybe like $250 combo max, and it'll get a bit more of a cleaner finish. But that is going to be for the video today. I hope you guys have appreciated it. We've gone for 12 combos again. I think that's a nice range for showcases because it means the video is not too long, but I can sort of explain my thinking behind some of the picks. So hopefully that's give you some inspiration for your summer knife and glove combos for Counter-Strike. Let me know your favourite in the comments down below, or if you think I've missed one. And then just a reminder, thank you to Knifey for sponsoring this video, and you can get 20% off your order on Knifey using my code FOZZY. All the links and information will be in the pinned comment and the description down below if you want to go check them out. Thank you guys for watching. We'll catch you in the next one. Goodbye.